The obstacles are not external. There are no external obstacles because you are sovereign and you create your reality. So any obstacles you see, even though they look like they're external, are in fact manifestations of yourself and your own distance from your own allowance. And what we do is work within you to help you see this and transform it to become free. And this is what we want to give you, is more happiness, more of what you desire.
Welcome, beautiful souls, to Becoming Awesome with Peter D., channeling Ganesha.
I am so grateful you're watching this channel. Your support means the world to me and Tracy. But the bottom line is less than 4 out of 10 of you watching this have subscribed. Please help the channel grow. Help this message get out. It's the most important thing you can do. Subscribe. And besides, it'll help you. It'll be a statement to the universe that you're interested in your spiritual growth and you want to receive more. Thank you. Hey, you beautiful souls. Today's an auspicious day. It's starting to get nippy in the air, so I put on my Becoming Awesome sweatshirt. Happy to show that to you today. And also, the special guest is Ganesh. Now, I've never channeled Ganesha before, and he's known as the remover of obstacles. In fact, several times in my life, I've tried to get icons and statues of Ganesha, and guess what? There were obstacles. So I've got a lot to learn today, and I'm happy to share that with you. Before we get into it, please remember this is a discussion, so add your comments below. What kinds of interactions have you had with Ganesh? And tell me about your successes that you've had for getting past obstacles. Here we go. Oh, dear souls. Yes, this is the Ganesha energy, and we are here to speak with you. And it is interesting to say that we are Ganesha energy, because what you think of as Ganesh is not just a thing or a person or an entity. In the way the spirits work in that part of the world, going all the way back to the Sanskrit days, was that different energetics were given names and prayed to. And as such, they were given an embodiment through the reaction with your consciousness who was focusing on these energetics. And the energetic of Ganesh, which is what is speaking to you now, is in fact that which has helped to relieve obstacles, but has also been a blessing and one to help you become more. And we are happy to be with you so you can become more. We will give you a transmission before this is over to help activate what is in you that is keeping you from having what you desire. We're not going to activate the obstacles. We're going to activate the release of those obstacles, as this channel calls them, your blockages. So let us begin with our little merry talk today. First, we are just so happy to be with you. Your energy uplifts us. We cannot say this enough. You think that all these great beings come to you and just give you beauty and uplift, and they do, of course. But really, it is in the interaction that this takes place, and you are giving the beauty and uplift that you receive. So if you're not feeling anything in this moment, take a few breaths, relax. What you're not feeling is what you deny yourself all the time, your own essence. Yes. So we are first of all happy to speak to you on that level of the beauty that you are. And it is magnificent to be with you. And yes, we can see everyone who is watching this video. Yes, and we are connecting to you as you allow it. Now, Peter was working with one of his clients earlier in this week, and we showed up to help remove some barriers in this person's life. And we are happy to do that because that is an energy that we relate with, and therefore we give, and therefore it has been assigned to us as the remover of obstacles. But let us tell you this. The obstacles are not external. There are no external obstacles because you are sovereign and you create your reality. So any obstacles you see, even though they look like they're external, are in fact manifestations of yourself and your own distance from your own allowance. And what we do is work within you to help you see this and transform it to become free. And when you become free, of course, you're rewarded with the power of your creations. And this is what we want to give you, is more happiness, more of what you desire. So let us speak to some of the ways that you can remove your obstacles. First of all, always, if you wish, invoke us, the energy that is there to relieve obstacles. It's called Ganesha, but you can call us whatever you choose. We are just an energy, and we are happy to relate to you on these terms. And if you see us with the elephant, we kind of like that. If you see us however you see us, it is beautiful. So please invite us in. That is our first message. Our second message is understanding what it is you truly desire. You see, if you just look on the outside and you look at your manifestations around you, and you have been taught about the mirror of the world, and you look at this mirror of the world and you see obstacles, well then what are you seeing? Your own resistance to accept parts of yourself. Yes, your own resistance to accept parts of yourself. Let us use Peter as an example, and we kind of warned him about this before this channel started, even though he is cringing that we are going to use this example. Peter has recently been putting on a belly. Now, we love bellies. We have a big one. Even the Buddha, which is often portrayed in traditions that represent Ganesha, also has a belly. We love bellies. It's a happy place. It's where prana comes into you. Now, Peter is concerned that his belly is growing. And what he's doing is he's been trying to look externally, right? This has been his obstacle. Why can't I eat the way I used to eat? Well, your body is changing. And you commonly call this aging, but that is not the case. That is an example of just you're changing into different energies as he is. He is youthing as much as he is aging. But he is not accepting that because he's different, his patterns are different. He's also not accepting that he uses food as an avoidance mechanism. You see, those obstacles are what he doesn't want to see. So he's using his habit of avoidance, in this case food, and it's quite nice, and he's getting a beautiful belly from it. So he's getting what he does not desire. So what is the obstacle to be removed? Looking at what is the avoidance. The avoidance is the obstacle in this case. If he were to throw himself into those pains and those discomforts, he has been working himself ragged. He's just ready to release his third book. By the time this video is out, you will see his third book. This was an 18-month endeavor, and unbelievable for him, as he has never written a published book before other than his dissertation. And now he has 3 of them in 17 months. And so he's been very tired. So that is his excuse. Oh, I deserve it. I am tired. Rather than say, I'm running myself ragged. I need to be careful about other things I do. Or, yes, this is giving me comfort, and I choose this in this moment to go for comfort, which means eat, rather than sit there and just worry about the result of belly. Yes, he could look at that and then relieve it. Now that he is in this state of this video, he is going to have to speak about what is going on when he is with his wife, or when he is out eating, or even when he's with himself. And those speaking about involve a couple of things. 1, asking for help. 2, admitting, this is the best I can do right now. Yes, this is not what I would prefer to do, but it's the best I can do right now. And then 3, because it's the best I could do, can you show me what is here underneath it that is clamoring? Because that is all your obstacles. In his case, food, belly, but in all of them, there's something clamoring for attention. And the only way it can get that attention is by creating difficulty. So you will focus your awareness on it. And those difficulties don't have to be created. You do not have to struggle. Many of you have believed and have been taught, oh, you have to work for it, no pain, no gain, and all that. No, if you want to create that way, you can. But those are just more obstacles. You can see what is really going in you by going those steps that we just talked about. Admitting it, looking in the inside, admitting it's the best you can do in this moment, and then feel as best you can feel. And that will relieve some of your obstacles. Now, another interesting phenomena is people who get what they don't want and then are upset that they're not happy. And yet, these people don't get what they want, but they clamor for more of it. Let us use the example of somebody who roots for a sports team. This is again Peter in this example. Peter's basketball team won a championship a couple of years ago, and he's been so excited. Since then, he believes his coach has been overplaying the star players, and then come the playoffs, they are tired, and they just do not do very well. So he'll turn on a game, and he'll grouse through the entire thing. Oh, that stupid coach doing this, doing that. His wife will say to him, oh, Peter, what kind of fan are you? Are you really going to complain about these guys instead of just watching how beautifully they play or enjoying what they offer? Now, Peter has witnessed this in blogs that he reads, where some people, all they do is complain. And then if somebody points out you're complaining a lot, they'll say, it's my right, I'm a fan. So unconsciously, Peter has been that kind of fan, the one who complains about what he sees and then wonders why he's getting what he's complaining about. Yes, the power of creation. Yes, there are many timelines, including the timeline where his team is champions, as well as the time where his team is not. And he's choosing to focus on the and then wonders why he feels that way in the inside, wonders why the rest of his life is not happy. Yes, so it doesn't really matter what kind of fan you are. What matters is, are you getting what satisfies you? And if you're feeling upset just by the nature of your complaints, probably not getting what you desire. Yet, because you're continuing in that unconscious habit, the result is, the observation from the outside is, that is what you choose. You focus on it, it expands. Peter has seen this in his clients. Those who just complain all the time stay stuck. Those who start the little prayer, thank you, more please, when they have the slightest bit of growth or something coming their way, suddenly get more of what they desire. And now he's realizing that it's not just a spiritual thing, it's everyday life, including how he's choosing to react to just watching a sports event. Now, we bring this up to you to tell you that there's many unconscious ways that you have been trained to believe that it's normal to suffer, or you can get camaraderie in misery, like fans who say it's been so long since our team has had a championship. Yeah, and I know in a 3D world, there's only so many champions there can be at one time, only one, right? We know that, of course. But there's unlimited possibility as to which timeline you are in. And you do not see that yet. One beautiful teacher of Peter's was asked the question, what if two people pray for opposing results? Yes, like for instance, a sporting event, this side's praying for this side and that side's praying for that side. You know this in your sporting arenas. The home team always has a better odds. They have like a 3-point advantage. I think this is correct. It's hard to translate through Peter, but we believe that there's a 3-point advantage for the home team in a football game because there's just that many people present unconsciously praying. So this one monk was once asked, when two people pray for opposite events, who wins? How do you decide? And the answer was, whoever's closer to God, whoever has the strongest bond with their divine, that's the manifestation that is created. And we are telling you it's not an either or manifestation. You have that strong bond. You pop into that timeline. You get to enjoy your championship. And this is what we're trying to tell you. It is not that you have to suffer to get there. That is not how you relieve the obstacle. It is seeing your investment in Oh, I'm having a hard life. Poor me, look at me, I suffer for so long. It is your investment in that that brings it to you. That is the obstacle. It is of your own creation. This is what we've been trying to tell you in this message, that all these obstacles come back to you, holding within you this space, this belief, this unmoved charge, almost always, as Peter describes it, an unmoved, unconscious thing that you've suffered in the past, and so it just keeps generating suffering, and then you explain it. That's the way life is. What do some people say? Life is hard, and then you die. Now, of course, life is a challenge. We don't buy the Buddha's teaching that life is difficult. No, we believe it is a challenge because you're here to grow and ascend. So you create these beautiful growths and ascensions. And in fact, this time is particularly challenging, which is particularly true for everyone. This is the lifetime where ascension is possible, planet-wide for everybody. So you're not just clearing out what's going on in this life. Those of you attending this channel must know already it is way bigger than just the day-to-day problems you are experiencing. No, something bigger is going on. You're attempting to clear how many hundreds or thousands or even hundreds of thousands of lifetimes of what you call karma in one lifetime. You are just deciding to take all those obstacles and move them away, by healing them and seeing what is inside you that has attracted this over and over and over. And for some of us, it has taken thousands of lifetimes. Peter will attest to that. This is one of the few lifetimes where he has this level of consciousness. And he's a very old soul. Things you can count in the billions of years. So don't judge yourself, how far you are. Just see, this is my opportunity. And yes, it is challenging. It is a big thing. And then celebrate, I am doing something amazingly great now. That is what is big, and that is what is beautiful. And this is where we are here to help when we ask you to invoke us. Now, one last teaching that Peter learned that we wish to address, because he has a question about this, and we will answer it for him and for you. One of his great teachers said that if you have financial issues, it's almost always rooted to your father, issues that are unresolved with your father. And if you face many obstacles in your life, it is almost always rooted with issues related to your mother. And we are here to tell you that this is mostly correct. It is a simplified explanation, but it is a very good starting point for many of you. So for those of you who are feeling like there are obstacle after obstacle, you just keep trying things and they do not work, you're not getting the results you desire, and you keep butting your head against it, then you may realize that you may need to do some clearing, as Peter would say, in relationship to your mother. Going back to that stuff, it could be in the womb. It could be your agreement before you came in here where both you and your mom were discussing what your life was going to be like when you manifest physically. It could be in those first 6 years of your life. That's where it's most often found. You can access it any place. It doesn't matter. You will heal at all places if you can access it in one. And Peter wants us to tell you that he does have free, if you join the website, processes on clearing relationships with your parents. So you can do this and with your mother, and they're just guided and they're right there and they're quite powerful. And invoke Ganesha. We will help you. We will be there to help you when you choose to do that. Now, this is the whole thing. Many, many people have to get to the point where they are helpless before they allow help to come to them. I've tried everything. I just keep trying it, right? And that's when you can surrender and go, okay. I believe when Peter was in his Alcoholics Anonymous program decades ago, they basically had the first 3 steps, which basically was, I can't, God can, I'll let God. You basically have to get to the point where you are helpless before you allow in help. That's the way it is for most of you, and we are sorry because it creates these obstacles and this pain, but that is how the teachings have been, and that is how most of you have been raised. And we're here to tell you don't have to let it go that far, but wherever you are, you might realize that whether or not you are helpless, you can always get help by allowing it. And that is what we are here to tell you, to connect with your source, with your spirit, with us, Ganesha. And you'll always get this help. So don't wait till you're broken before you ask for help. Start asking for it and allowing it. And then if you are not getting the help instantly, then you're not allowing it, which is you go inside and see what that obstacle is, to allowing. It's not so much the obstacle that's keeping you from what you desire. The obstacle that most of you are going to address is what is keeping you from allowing help. Now, some of you have experienced lifetimes where you've been helpless so much, you have this hopelessness. Many of you are in a soul overlay where you've tried it in other lifetimes. You said, this is futile, never again. So you've had this conscious declaration to the universe in another life. And because it's a free will that you have, you did it then, it's still now until you have change it, because you have the free will to change it now. So many of you are not just helpless, but hopeless. This will never, ever work for me. It's just not there. And of course, at the seat of all hopelessness is I'm not good enough. I don't deserve. I'm not worthy. I'm not loved. I'm not lovable. So let us love you. We are Ganesh. We have many arms to cajole you. We can play music for you through our beautiful, beautiful trunk. We can laugh with you. We are always depicted as smiling because that is really the relief of obstacles, is happiness and joy. So if you're in that case of hopelessness, identify what is at your root. Do your best to allow it, to love yourself for feeling hopeless, for feeling broken, inadequate, unloved, unlovable. And let us come in and play with you when you do. It'll make it happier and easier because you're going to stop doing this alone as we try to encourage you just a moment ago. So that is what we have to offer you as far as teachings. We now want to send an energetic blessing to move you into a place of more allowance, because that is truly, if you want to go dualistic and opposites, the opposite of an obstacle is allowing, because the universe is always trying to give, and your body and your psyche and your soul are always trying to clear. Are you going to allow what is there instead of ruling it with that tight-fisted grip? No, I can't look at these things because they're painful, or they don't match my beliefs, or whatever it is you use to stay stuck in the rut you're stuck in. We wish to give you this blessing now. So, just call it in. Make a statement. I allow myself to receive. I allow all obstacles to be washed away. I allow myself to see my contribution in creating these obstacles. I allow myself to fully heal any of those blockages, those pains, those self-judgments that have created my unconscious resistance, my obstacles. I allow all this now. Make an affirmation. And now, please receive. the heart of Ganesha to you. May your path be clear. May ease and grace be the character of your life. Please receive. You are loved. You deserve. You are the most brilliant and awesome. Thank you. Okay, this is Peter back here now. I just love Ganesh, man. That is some sweet energy. Oh, man, all these deities, they just like, oh, we're going to talk about you, Peter. Just air all your laundry out. And it's better that way because I'm finding the less secrets I have, the more people just love me for who I am, and then the more ability I have for self-love. And that seems to be the root of what Ganesha was driving at today. What is it inside you that needs to keep you in that state of agitation and resistance and not receiving? Yeah, I know this is harsh stuff, to think you're going to clear out, in my case, billions of years of lifetimes in a single go-around. But yeah, it's possible. And so it may not be the easiest thing, but the joy and the progress along the way is so beautiful. I'm feeling it. I know you're feeling it in your lives. So that's my takeaways, is just ask for help. Always ask for help. Ganesha's there to help you. And allow. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with me during this presentation. Please like, please subscribe, put your comments below. And remember, we've got cool merch with sacred symbols all over your body if you want to start to present yourself that way in the world. Blessings. Bye.